Thunkshun, crash funk fusion. It's called the effects of low-level consciousness. Leaving New Brunswick by thumb. Two young guys from Sears Training give me a ride to Route 1 in a fancy mod Jeep with rock music playing. Till we get to our crossroads. Some laid-back, cool dude delivering food catering services. We smoke pot, listen to loud AM radio. It's Friday, so he gives me a ride, he says, all the way down Route 35 south. I'm on the way to the Jersey Shore. He drops me off at a diner, my body hunched over a book of Patti Smith poems at the counter, knapsack on a stool beside me. I am the mysterious traveler. And the waitresses talk loud about their slips showing. And some slips you can see right through. Then, while I still wait for my carrot cake and coffee, one of the waitresses sits in my view. I peek at her. She pulls down her skirt over her slip. In Sayreville, there's a gang called the Three Stooges who spray paint their name on all the bridge underpasses. But things have changed. In the most obvious place, Route 9 intersection, someone has spray painted in red underneath the black letters, Three Stooges, the word suck. That's all it takes. Even the hoodlums are without respect in their own element of communication and statement. Next, I get a ride from a touch-up carpenter who tells me the small guy is being pressured out of business by the big guy and things are not going to get better, but worse. Aimlessly feeling the vibes of myself. The carpenter drops me off at Red Bank. Home of some low-level consciousness of friends who have worked, have not been paid $200 owed them, and have not eaten but would rather get drunk. I buy a six-pack for my long-time no-see pals. All cash goes to booze, peanuts, and pool tables. Together, we are one homeless, one unemployed homeless, one college student with Patti Smith poems in knapsack, and my good friend I've known for over 8 years when we worked together at the now boarded up Mr. Luster's car wash. Punches are thrown kiddingly. Kicks are aired kiddingly and hurtingly. Punches are thrown hurtingly and intentionally. Yells echo dark corner of unpatrolled Red Bank till two women walk by and stuttering, staggering friends act cool. And the women strut on the other side of the car, away from paws, but not the leers and vaginal rhetoric which accompanies the backs of these two leather-jacketed, white-sneakered women. In final resignation, my friend yells at the faded, block-away silhouettes. Hey! We even like the Ramones! On, further and further south, we drive to Long Branch bars where lines are slurred. You look like this girl I once knew, etc., etc., etc. Till 3 a.m. closes bars and we stop at the Inkwell for coffee and unattached women. I head for the John. When I make my way back to the table, my friends are gone. And the manager yells that my friends are assholes, that they threatened him, and that he called the cops, and that I better get out of here. Outside, my friends wait in the car, and I tell them that I'm splitting. Where you going? South, I lie, and they split. And at 4 a.m., I hitch back to Rutgers congested Johnson & Johnson's world headquarters community, finding refuge where I just left some 12 hours ago.
Together. Can you believe that?
Hey, what's the name of this festival again? Huh? Okay. Yo, Sluggo, this is a noise. festival. Come
Somebody
on.
stole my last beer. I want justice done.
Hey, this is about a streetwalker I met one time. You gotta have a streetwalking kind of mood here. Met her in New Brunswick. Walking down the street drunk. And it's called the Corner of George. Hey, to the prostitute who gave me the eye, that made me walk slow and recount the amount of money in my pocket, only in my mind. As I waited for your approach, I could have easily feigned you. And as we walked past the college students, I pretended you were a blemish, bothering and blotching up the good name of the city. And as we continued down George Street, you said goodbye as a squad car approached and hid in the shadows. Till all was clear, and we knew the story. I had no car and was walking to my home, far away. And I knew I had money. And you told me you were once a model, and I could believe it, but I didn't ask with what agency. Oh no. And as we got to Church Street, we made a left and walked cautiously down the dark side street night. I kept my home for a setup. And you told me about your ex-husband. And how he asked you to get him a newspaper one Sunday morning. And you loved him and obeyed. And he told you he didn't want it. He told you to bring it back. And you did. When you got back home, he beat you for not having it. And you asked. You never did anything like that to your women, did you? And I said, of course not. Still tense, waiting to be rolled as we walked past the Court Tavern and crossed the street and bounded up 3 flights of stairs to the top of the municipal parking lot platform. And there you closed the door to the roof. And I awaited the setup. And you began to look nervous and sat down on the steps, unbuttoned your blouse, and I felt and kissed your tit while you massaged my groin. And I knew we were both scared, innocent, hiding away, doing our dirty business. And I trusted your lips. And I did grow. And it took me a while to come. But when I finally shook, standing on the steps, looking at your disheveled blouse and one shoe off and your occasional spying looks into my eyes, well, you didn't like it. Because I studied you just as well. And we were as scared as innocent farm children, hiding in the hayloft, wondering what pregnancy was all about, and hoping not to get caught on top of New Brunswick's municipal parking platform. You talking about your baby needing Pampers, and me counting my dollars, saying to myself, oh, fuck it, and handing you too, 15 instead of the agreed 10. And when I told my roommate the story, I told it only cost me 10, and remembered the faded and scratched, polished, coating your fingernails, and our walk down the steps, and myself telling you poetry is my only salvation, and wanting to write you a poem. But you had to get going and walked ahead in the street, throwing me a kiss, saying, I love you. Remember, you said it was all right to write this poem about you, and I should come around more often. And I told you this was a one-shot deal, that I couldn't afford to. I'm already in debt. And you know, I remember you asking me if I was ever loved. And I, nervously awaiting the setup, said, yeah. Has anyone seen a brown puppy? Right. We found a brown puppy. I fucked up. It ran away on me. I came back. Okay, wait a minute. I was wondering, is this noisy enough for you? This is a noise festival. This is called Travels with Lolita. Noise. I thought I gave up traveling a long time ago, but no. Here I am at an international airport. Lolita by my side, reading Mind Game magazine, unraveling rolls of paper sugar discs and popping them in her mouth. Hair flowing across eyes, deep driving, lips open, wet. Kissing aboard 747, touching down in Great Britain. Lolita breezes through customs, passport stamped for 6-month visit, and watches from the corner as interrogation knocks and mocks my desire to visit England. Fucking custom agent stamps my passport for 1 month only. I want to live it up! Taxi! Fancy hotels, big tipper, styling, not slumming, in East Acton's leaky tent city, outside Wormwood Prison, with nuke power plant visible in the drizzle. Fatigued, we lock our belongings to a shoestring budget. And I don't know why people travel to foreign situations without proper connections or cash. My uncle He's a corporate man and takes business trips all over the globe. Always a suited aborigine awaits his arrival, greets him, and whisks him away in a limo to a waiting hotel. My contact sheet, a coil notebook with 2 addresses of friends I haven't seen in some time. Hoping they still live in London, I call. Travelers seeking hospitality. And my friend answers, unbelievably, inviting Lolita and I to dinner. The offer includes a vacant bedroom, a vacationing roomie, and a stiff roommate, and a piffed maid, providing no opportune time to relax. So we fucking leave our heavy belongings at the house, traveling late to Brighton for the weekend, catching concerts, sharing tenderness in a comfortable bed and breakfast run by Mr. Wright. Back in London, amongst the tourist shuffle, we step into restaurants, pubs, museums, walk through Hyde Park and into Pigeon Trafalgar Square. We lose touch in the underground, find ourselves and reach outside Victoria Station and rush St. Paul's steeple with quests for higher visions. Checking in and out of hotels, connecting, disconnecting, talking dreams, schemes, double, single. Lolita and I, called by the same last name, assumed married, accepting such condemnation in blissful concession. Making it so easy to confess I love Lolita, making me a silly, silly man.
Hi, we're Thunkshun. Smoking Bill Bryant on drums. Jerome Parker Wells on bass. Tina Mashi on guitar. The Grand Master himself, Doug Sluggo Wisdom on guitar. And we got Doug on guitar all the way from New Brunswick. All right. Not forgetting my good friend who I've known since we worked at the now boarded up Mr. Luster's car wash, John Lunar Ritchie, on poems and recitation.
A friend of mine and the bass player is Jimmy Ford, a tenor player who we played with just recently passed Tuesday. And we're going to dedicate a little dirge to him. So this is to Jimmy Ford.
all these reasons why I am not an alcoholic. I never drink alone or in the day. And when I do, I only buy nips. Sometimes towns do me fine. Ludes, Valiums, opiates, they're different. A challenge. I can come real close to the big sleep. It gets tiring. Tiring. I have an idea of the inevitable. What statement does existence offer? To live well? Well, then I'm sick. And a sick person is capable of anything. Self-destruction helps me through this mess. I don't eat well, get drunk, and pass out. The moon, half empty, hides my scorn in the splendor of trash. My friend took downs when he knew his mother was coming home, and she found him sprawled across the floor, rushed him to the hospital, and acknowledged his call for help. He was a teenager. I hear teenagers are doing it all the time. Pulling the plug, going all the way, finding the inevitable without aging. Into a compromising asshole. What a way to go. At adolescence, that's where innocence is lost and decay begins. Shit. My life's been so fucking long. I'm like a fucking masochist. I love the agony, despair, and the alienation. It bitters me up, and I learn to live with spite, my God, my reason, to inflict myself, my words, and my hate at all the ugliness which caused tears and innocence, for which I now embrace with a snarl and a desire to destroy.